What time?
Hudson pulls up, and there it is.
Oh, fourth right.
Atlanta ready to seal the deal.
Great barrier thief. On Trey, what a move.
Will fire one up at the buzzer.
Behind the back.
Wilkins, look out.
Wow.
And if they come at me,
1 a.m., man. 1 a.m. That's the wrong show. Oh, man. Let's run that back. Hey, hold on. I do this all the time, by the way. Birds and Buckets, man. Welcome back to Birds and Buckets. Welcome back to Birds and Buckets. Everybody give it up, man. Hold on. Let me get the applause track in here. Let's get the energy level up. Come on. Yeah, Birds and Buckets, we back. We talking about some hoops, man. And Rashad Milligan, of course, I got Malik Brown in the building as well. Malik, how you feeling, man?
Good, man. Can't complain, bro. All-star break here. Get a little bit, yes. How you feeling?
All-star break is here indeed, man. I can't call it. I appreciate you for asking, bro. And like at the beginning, I called this 1 a.m. It was like I was calling Post of the Pales. I was calling it Birds and Buckets. And the dude with me, like my coworker, he was like, it's like, what'd you just say? I was like, oh, Birds in the Bucket. It was show I used to do with the Hawks. And he's like, oh, okay. And he said, I think you did it like twice. I did it in the intro and the outro.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So I be mixing them up all the time. But we are here, man. We are here after a long week of being gone and stuff like that. I just haven't been active, just period, on the channel because I've been working on that whole meditation video. So make sure you know what I'm saying. Y'all settle down. It's all stuff, right? Now's the time. Put on the meditation video when you need to focus, need to study or whatever. Or you just need a nice screensaver. You can put it on mute because I was listening to it back, the playback and stuff like that. I'm going to be promoting it throughout the month or whatever. But I was playing it and I was playing to go to sleep, to take a nap. And I played it and it was nice. And then I just heard it is just quiet. And then it go. I said, hold on now, what that is? I said, that sound is messed up. But then after about 5 minutes, it went back to the
Hey,
said, okay, all right.
yeah, I don't think I heard that part, but it might be like what hour
Yeah,
4?
it might be like 5 hours in the video, 8 hours. So you know what I'm saying? That's a whole day of video, you know what I mean? So but you know, hey, if that is the case, if it's bothering you, whatever, just mute up and just have it as a screensaver or whatever you need to kind of get in your zone and get back to peace. It's Black History Month. You need to make sure that you prioritize your peace. Malik, man, you seen the title of the episode of the live, just I guess, how'd you feel about the reports about Jonathan Kuminga eating up all the food, bro?
It's funny because there's a Twitter account called Warriors World, I think.
Yeah.
That reported something like that, like late last year. And they quote tweeted the tweet and brought it back up and bumped it. But seeing that it was actually true is I don't know. Like, that's petty, bro. Like, why are we writing stories about taking food, man? I don't and granted, I mean, if that was the case, if his family was taking all the food, I would assume, yes, that's a problem. But to put it in a story and to say that is one of the reasons why the Warriors and him that was the final straw is crazy over some food, bro.
All right, man. So I'm gonna tell you like this. I remember. Okay, so sometimes you can have some company over. I'm a single young man. I'm a bachelor. I'm not married. So sometimes I could be getting to know people or just hanging out, whatever the case might be. When you get to know someone and you kind of figuring out, okay, I might not necessarily vibe with this person. Once you kind of identify that, it all makes sense because you nitpicking and you complaining in your head and out loud about the smallest stuff that you should not be complaining about with said person. You like, oh man, this person, man, the way they wash dishes, like they not even washing the dishes right. They not even. And it's simple stuff that you shouldn't even be complaining about for real. But since you don't like the person, everything is magnified. And at the end of the day, I honestly think that's just what happened with Jonathan Kuminga.
Oh, yo, who made that?
Bruh, it was Robert Littau, bro. Hey, you know, Sheena is a friend of the show, so shouts out to Sheena. You know what I'm saying? This is not a promotion of BSO. You know what I mean? Shouts out to Sheena Marie. We protect Black women. But this is a funny graphic. So.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, man. So I mean, but you know what I mean? So it just is what it is, bro. It's like who said this? I think it was Club 520. No, it wasn't Club 520 because they're not on. It was it is what it is. Cam and Mace. They said, man, if he was hooping the way that they wanted him to, nothing would be a problem.
Oh, like, for sure.
It's just like Zion last year. Remember, Zion got suspended by the team for missing the plane, being late to the plane. Zion probably been doing that his whole career.
Yeah.
But them jokers used to be in the plane.
Yeah.
The Pelicans used to win 48 games, 45 games. Zion used to be an all-star.
Yeah.
That is no longer the case. They losing. Oh, we can't be losing and you missing the plane. We ain't about to hold up this plane an hour for you when we not winning 15 games a year. We're not doing that, Zion. We do it when we win 45 games a year, but we can't do that now. They said, and then because I remember when that came out, you know, Lou Will on the show, shout out Lou Will. We could bring up him talking about this situation. Lou Will said when he was on the Lakers with Kobe will hold up the plane 2-3 hours sometimes and get on a plane. What you're gonna do is Kobe Bryant. He is the Los Angeles Lakers. Yeah. So you can do that when you have, but when you're losing, oh no. So what? Kuminga, you're not even playing. You out the rotation, and your family taking up all the extra. No, we ain't doing that. So I mean, I don't even think it's a problem. I think it was just when you don't like someone, everything's magnified, and you just get irritated easier.
Yeah, no, that's facts. Because I mean, just think, Steph Curry got what? How many kids? 3, 4. He got a wife. Right. I know they be eating good in the back.
Man, come on now. Riley went viral when she was a toddler because she couldn't sit still at the podium. Draymond kids, he tried to bring his kids on the podium. They can't sit still. You think kids just behave, all of a sudden around some free food and some snacks and some cookie?
It's crazy. Man,
them kids going crazy. I guarantee you they are. But they don't say nothing to them because they Draymond it. They are
the Warriors.
Them and Klay Thompson is the Golden State Warriors. Them three right there. You can't say nothing to them three. What KD said, KD won 2 rings and was final MVP both times. He said, oh man, no, them three, they're on a different level than me. Like even he said, like they're the Golden State Warriors. You can't do nothing when you're the franchise. You know what I'm saying? So let me play this clip right here. It's my first time watching it from Chandler Parsons and Lou Will.
Well, you know what?
The big homie is sweating today reading this.
Chandler and I have both played for the Atlanta Hawks. The food is amazing in the back, and they don't care how much you take. Y'all enjoy yourselves down.
And Tony Rest, I'm telling
you. And if you can get your food in the back, I know a place.
And by the way, Jonathan, when you go back and play at Golden State, I would take
wait, hold on, bro.
Was he talking about Magic City?
Bruh, he said that and he winked. And then it's funny because I read the thing before. Like I said, this is my first time watching the clip. He said, I know a place. And he winked. But like watching the video, I got it, what he meant. That's crazy, bro.
Bro self-promoted his own wings.
I feel like if people keep joking about it, bro, like you might as well play into it. Like he already and they let him. Hey Lou, come on, Lou. Hey, Lou might have to get back in the gym, man. I don't like seeing OG like this, bro.
Hey.
Lou real don't need to be getting the double team.
You get a little chubby on the side.
No, not my GOAT, man. That's the underground GOAT, man. Lou Will, the coolest player to ever play in the NBA, bro. Yeah, Lou. Come on, Lou. Lou getting that TV money. He relaxing.
He chilling.
Come on, man. Chandler Parsons still look like how he looked on the Hawks.
Nah, he did. No, he do. He really do.
Dang, come on, Lou. All right, Lou gonna tighten up. Lou gonna tighten up. Him and John Wall, they gonna tighten up.
John Wall been in. I saw John Wall was in the gym a couple weeks ago.
Oh, John Wall swimming back up.
Yeah, he trying.
Yeah, I mean, because you have to, because you on TV, you on camera.
Yeah,
so people gonna talk about right. The second you start looking different. Like I can only imagine watching Charles Barkley growing up and then seeing him on TV now, or like he went on road, because it's probably you probably thinking like that's two different people.
Shoot, it's crazy because you can't even really say the same thing about Shaq because we kind of saw Shaq like lose it while he was playing.
Shaq was big in his prime,
right?
he was just a little more defined on the arms, but he was always a big boy.
Yeah,
that's what one of the knocks on him. Kobe. That's why Kobe had beef with him.
Yeah,
Kobe said, "You coming to camp all out of shape, like you fat, bro. Like, I come to camp whatever shape I want to. I'm a 3-time champion."
Bro, did they say he used to play himself into shape or something like that? Like,
yeah, like Luka.
Oh my God.
That's why when he was talking about Zion and stuff, I'm like, him and Charles Barkley, like they used to be talking about Zion. I'm like, bro, like that was literally y'all, bro. Like, like y'all talking to yourself. But shout out to Zion, bro. Shout out to his trainer Chris with the K. That man, 31 games in a row. 31 games in a row going into the All-Star break. Yeah.
It sucks that it's like a waste because they not playing. They're not good.
Like it's head scratching, honestly, because it was like I said this on Pulse of the Pels, ironically mixing the two shows up. But I said it. I was like, before the season, we said, okay, the win total can be this if Zion plays X amount of games. So far, Zion has played X amount of games and they still losing. So it's like it's kind of puzzling. But you know, DeJounte, like not having DeJounte or Jordan Poole available or playing, I mean, that's a huge difference when you
saw him in practice. They just put him in practice last Sunday.
Yeah, the DeJounte finally came back, bro.
So he practicing now.
He in the state of Louisiana now.
But he not practicing?
No, he practicing. Yeah, he practicing, and he wasn't in the state of Louisiana.
Oh, yeah, he was. Oh, he wasn't in Seattle. Was he? When he went back home?
Yeah. The whole season, bro. Like, he was here for preseason. He was here for media day, and then he sat down like on the bench for, like the season opener, bro, in November, and then he was gone, bro. Bro, where's the man at? And then you see him the next time I seen him, he was in the club with homegirl. And then after that, he was on the Seahawks account talking about let's go Hawks.
Oh my God, bro.
That's the last time I saw him. And that was the NFC Championship. Yeah, and then right after that, I seen someone like one of the media pages post him in the box with homegirl again. Jersey on with the Seahawks at the NFC Championship. I said, bro, that same day, the Pelicans had a game in San Antonio, bro. This man living his best life, bro. I was like, dog, because the 1 year of his injury was January 31st, and you know people the way he was posting on Instagram, he was posting like he could have came back in December.
Yeah,
just like how they was talking about with Kyrie and Tatum and stuff like that. Like, oh, they can come ahead before the year mark that everybody's expecting them to come back with. So when it came over a year and you still watching the playoffs and stuff out of state, I was worried. But bro's back. He's smiling. And he like the biggest, most active dude on the bench. Like he more active than what's his name? DeAndre Jordan.
Wow.
Yeah, he the first one off the bench. He high-fiving everybody and stuff like that. So I ain't gonna lie. He being a good teammate, bro. Like at least the optics of it. Like obviously you never know unless you're in the locker room or with the team. But
didn't he call out the team or something? Was that
last year? That was after last season. It was on. He went on a pivot and he was like, "Yeah, bro, you know, I was trying to rehab, so you know, I went to the facility and they didn't even have no snacks. Like they didn't have no snacks. he was like, they ain't have no recovery tables. And I was like, bro, like, I ain't never been with an NBA franchise where they ain't have like a recovery table. And I was like, bro, like he called him. He did him something dirty, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah, he did him something dirty. But then after that, that's when Joe Dumars was hired. And then I think someone asked, like, has he talked to DeJounte? He said he talked to DeJounte. I can't remember, but that's how I, kind of want to recall it in my head. So yeah. It's been a heck of a ride, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I think regardless, you probably would have expected Zion by himself to win some games by himself.
Facts.
As talented as he is, you know what I'm saying? So the minutes restriction is off. He can play back-to-backs now, played 31 games and is playing a significant role and has a good stat sheet in all of the games. But it ain't equating to winning. So it's like, what's going on? This not pulse of the pale. So I'll just man, how you feeling, man? The Hawks is what, 3 games under 500? This Jalen Johnson led hoop
now. I think they 26 and 30.
Like 26 and 20 and 30. Oh yeah. I was on 26 and 29 still. Yeah, so 26 and 30. 4 games under 500.
And they're 10.
Johnson led hoops. I guess just what's the state of the team right now for you?
I was watching the game yesterday, and it was around the time they were down maybe 17 or 19, and I was confused. I was like, how did we get to this point? Because the Hornets just kept making threes, and the offense wasn't flowing. And granted, they came back. They came all the way back. I mean, they basically walked them down from like the 9-minute, honestly, through the whole fourth quarter until the last 20, 30 seconds and whatever. And I was like, bro, after all of that, y'all did all of that just to lose. And I just don't know. I don't know where. I guess we all know now that this is a lost season after all of the turnover, after trading Trey, Kristaps, and getting back the group of guys that they got now. Is kind of evident and Ansi going on a radio station and saying that he saw what the young guys were doing and they just completely just bought into the young guys this season. It's obvious that this is a lost season. So it's kind of, you shouldn't even get expectations at this point. I feel like at this point, they are still, like I said last week, a playing team. They have been a playing team from the beginning of the season to now, and they have not shown me anything otherwise that they can be better. So right now, last game, yesterday, Nikhil was all the way off. Corey Kispert was all the way off. And Quinn never went to Gabe or Buddy. And I was so confused about that. Granted, they came back, but I would assume, when 2 guys that can shoot the ball and, do things are struggling, you have 2 other guys on the bench that you just got last week that can kind of score the ball and try to get into a rhythm as well. So I'm still lost on the whole rotations thing. CJ is getting 32 minutes with this group, but I thought it was all about, developing the young guys, but CJ's getting minutes and taking 17 shots a game. Granted, I mean, they need it because nobody else is really gonna do the heavy lifting besides Jalen, I'm assuming, in Nikhil. Dyson had a good game and he's been playing well, but I just have come to the realization of the team is missing something. I don't know what it is. Every time I go back to thinking what it is, I'm like, oh, it's obviously need a score or something. And then you go into thinking about, oh, well, they can get one of those guys with the first or the second pick in the draft. But then you have to realize that the Hawks might not get the first or the second pick in the draft. They could get the 5th pick in the draft. So then it's like, okay, what's next?
Thanksgiving drama.
So now it's like, what's next? Yeah. I generally do not know what's next. So I'm just going to assume that this season is just going to finish with developing the young guys as the past, last season was. And they're going to make moves in the offseason. I don't know what those moves are going to be. I guess we'll talk. We talked about Kuminga already, but I guess we'll talk later about him. But right now, what's on paper and who is playing on the team, I'm not really pumped. That is my take on what I've seen recently and how I feel about the rest of the season.
Malik, brother, I'm glad you finally come to this side, man. You say you watch the Hawks, and it's like they just missing something. What is that something? It's almost like they missing a guy. When you watch the Hawks, it just feel like they just missing a guy. Trey, let me tell you something, man. I'll let you know what it was from the jump, bro. I'll let you know what it was from the jump, Trey. I said, dang, Trey. The trade rumors, I made a whole video. I said, it's not Trey Young's fault they losing. Someone said, it is his fault. It's the defense. No. Anyways, let's move on, bro. Ray J. Dennis had 50 points. This is what I want to get to. Ray J. had 50 points. One Wish had 50 points in the G League, and they still starting 5 points in 23 minutes. 5 points in 23 minutes. And then that's one game, Rashad. Well, let's go to the game before that. 3 points and 20. He's the number 1 pick. Bro, what is wrong with you, bro? And what is wrong with Queen to where you can't even let the boy, if he gonna bump his head and stink it up, at least let him play 30 minutes.
Bro, please,
you pulling him out after every mistake like he a rookie. This ain't Asa, this is the number 1 pick. They're saying, man, if the Pelicans bad enough and the lottery ball bounce the right way, we might get the number 1 pick. You already got the number 1 pick on your roster. He's scoring 3 points a game. What is going on? You got Buddy Hield on the bench. You got One Wish in the G League dropping 50 points a game. Come on, man. What are we talking about right now, man? One Wish is in the G League dropping 50 points a game, and you got the number 1 pick in the starting lineup scoring 3 points for the last 2 games. And then you pulling him out after every. Come on, man. Something gotta work. So I think the only thing that the Hawks can look forward to for the rest of the season, in the meantime, between time, because your destiny and the future of the franchise, it's on the Pelicans or the Bucks, because the Bucks they getting Pelicans bad and Pelicans is getting better. That's just what it is. Bucks is getting worse. Pelicans are getting better. So it might be the Bucks pick that you end up getting instead of the Pelicans. The thing that you have to look forward to in the meantime, you could either call up One Wish and see what he got on the NBA level, and then you see what Kuminga has post All-Star break. Because if Kuminga comes back from his injury post All-Star break, and he's everything that inside the NBA and Kendrick Perkins and all these national jokers is saying that Jonathan Kuminga actually is, which is an all-star that, Steve Kerr just erases, and that's why he never played him. If that's the case, hey, it's lit in Atlanta. Okay, you running with Kuminga, you have something to look forward to next season, and you have something to look forward to in the future, regardless of what the draft pick is. But if Kuminga come back and it's still the number 1 pick getting 3 points, and Kuminga checking it up like CJ is 17 points, 17 shots, 17 points. Y'all boys is in trouble. And y'all depending on, hey, look, I'm gonna call out the kid right now too. Y'all depending on the kid who don't play when his right nostril is stuffed too much. And he said out because his agent told him to, because his right nostril stuffed up too much in the biggest game of the season. You depending on that kid to save your franchise. Now, at the same time, your current franchise player, Jalen Johnson, had a lot of these same attacks. That's why I don't listen to it too much in college. Because Jalen Johnson sat down in January and said, I'm gonna just declare for the draft, y'all. I ain't got it this year. My knee don't feel right. I'm just declare for the draft. They called him everything but a child of God. They said he a quitter, he a this, he a that, he a that. And he slid all the way down to 20, whatever pick the Hawks had. And you see now he's an all-star. Everybody loved Jalen Johnson. So I don't care too much when the people talk about DP from that standpoint. However, it could go one or two ways. It can go Jalen Johnson, it could go Kyrie Irving, or it could go a bust the whole time that we didn't see because he can never play. So we'll see what happens, man. But I'm saying, I think you got to call up this Joker one wish, and you got to hope, see what Kuminga got. Maybe Kuminga is a dud, and one wish ends up being the whole, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man, we got a great find. Because the other best player in the G League this season was Kobe Buffkin, and you gave him up for cash consideration. So, I don't know. It's just a bunch of Anzi. The only way that Anzi looks like a genius is using all of this money that he's creating space for just a great team and a great unit that we did not see coming. Like, because at the end of the day, he's getting a lot of the credit for Nikhil when that was Trae Young. That said, yo, you can play a bigger role here. We need a backup point guard, and we need more defense on the wing and the perimeter. You bring both of those things, you can take us to that next level and get us back to the Eastern Conference Finals. Nikhil said, all right, bet. I could run the whole second unit behind Trae, and I'll have a bigger role than what I had in Minnesota. Because not only was I playing next to Ant in Minnesota, I was also playing behind Mike Conley. Now I can run my whole unit with Atlanta and do. Honestly, getting all that credit for some reason. When Nikhil said it himself, I only came here because Trae told me he recruited me. So, Anzi, to even make yourself not look stupid, you're going to have to use all this money that you done accumulated from trading Kobe Buffkin, from trading Trae Young, from trading Kristaps Porzingis, from trading Luke Kennard, and you're going to have to turn it into something. Do I think you can do that? I'm skeptical, which we've said each time, because historically, people do not want to play for the Atlanta Hawks. Like, I don't know why everybody's forgetting this, and I say this every episode, but it is what it is. You have to hope that this Joker right here can, if you score 50 in the G League, can you give us 25 in a random late season? You got to hope. Jonathan Kuminga, can you get us 20-10 or 25-5 on 12 shots a game? You got to hope for that alongside with what Jalen has, alongside what Double O is doing. And Dyson, Dyson learned how to play basketball again. Now Ricochet can't hit a shot. What's going on here? I don't know if it's the juju, but y'all folks got to get it together, because folks is getting traded. They done traded the whole team at this point. This is a whole new team. This ain't even, you know how the Hawks is usually the same group each year. They might add a player to the group, lose a player, this and that. Like, this is a whole new group now. So there's no going back. You gave up too much. You rebuilt the whole team, and you can't just rebuild the whole team for more of the same. So we'll see what happens. I'm skeptical of how it's going to go, because it just doesn't look like it's trending in the right direction. But you do have something in the well. Like I said, you got one wish with 50 points and 11 assists, and you have Kuminga, who inside the NBA just think is the next James Harden from going from OKC to Houston. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't want every trade deadline to end up being how it's been the past 2 seasons, where like last year we got it. DeAndre was playing the best ball of his career, and they so high on him, and they traded him to Cleveland. Cool. And they were able to get a trade exception or whatever like that. And then they traded Bogey and got what they got back for him. It was Terrence Mann and Bones, and they waived Bones. And for DeAndre, they got Niang and Karras. Cool. They ran with that squad for the remainder of the second half of the season. Didn't make the plan. Cool. So Ansi basically is deemed, of course, one of the best executives during the offseason because he made all these moves and the Hawks had the best offseason, and they turned Niang, Terrence, and pick into Kristaps, and they signed Nikhil, and they got they finessed the Pelicans, and they got Ace and they got Luke Kennard. And best offseason ever. And then you come back this trade deadline and you trade the guys that you got in the offseason, Kristaps, Luke, and you got basically a whole new bench. You got 5 new players on the team in the less than 2 weeks. So are we about to turn Buddy, Jonathan, and Gabe into somebody in the offseason? And are we going to finesse another player, another team this offseason for a top pick? Like, I don't want this to be the norm. I don't want this to be, okay, we haven't played good the first 30, 40 games of the season. Let's just break it all down again and start over from the beginning. Like, I don't want that to happen every season, because I get we want to be financially flexible and we want to have optionality. Like, I get all of that. But at the end of the day, folks want to see their team win games. Yeah. And I don't know. I'm hoping that this offseason is better. I thought last offseason was good. I hope this offseason is better. And I hope they play better to start next season. Like I said, at this point, this is a loss. This might just be a lost season. Like, cool. Great. Cool. Jalen, do your thing. Onyeka, keep doing your thing. Dyson, Zach, try to get into a groove. Like you said, Kuminga is basically, this is make or break, I feel, because granted, the Hawks can just decline his team option and just let him go. Cool. That's cool. But he actually has 30 games to prove that he's worth the $25 million. And like you said, almost every national media outlet is saying that this man is just, I don't know what they seen. I don't know if I'm missing something. I'm not that hype about it, honestly. I want to see it for myself. I want to know if Steve Kerr is the problem or was Jonathan Kuminga the problem. That's what I'm evaluating the rest of the season. So if Jonathan Kuminga is indeed him, and they do accept the team option, cool. You got another young piece. You can keep building. Good. But if he's not, you decline that. What's next? Are you going to get another Nikhil? Hopefully you get the 1 or the 2 or 3 pick, but that's still not like you said, the Pelicans the Bucks just won their past 2 games.
Yeah, Cam Thomas is cooking. Cam Thomas cooking.
on the team, cooping now. Giannis is ready to come back. So
Giannis was looking at Cam Thomas like, I don't think I'm so hurt anymore.
literally. So like I said when we first talked, I just don't know I don't know what the end goal is or what the future entails. All I know is that Jalen Johnson is the guy on this team, and Dyson Daniels is a part of his core, and Zach and Onyeka. But other than that, I don't know what else. I don't know what else to do with this team. So I'm gonna just see what they got for the rest of the season. and we'll go from there.
First of all, I'm gonna say you got to give kudos where kudos is due, man. Malik is cooking the whole pot. Malik is potting tonight. I think it's like, okay, you can say it's a lost season, we chop it up. That's cool. The only thing is, in a year like this, where you don't have your own pick and your pick is owned by somebody else and stuff like that, so your destiny's in somebody else's hands, you just have to ask at some point, like you said, okay, you tore it down and you use those pieces that you tore it down with to get new pieces, and then you just keep flipping them. At what point, what is the end goal? Because, like, you might be able to trick some people with that. Like, just keep building for the future, and you're like, oh, yeah, no. They have the assets to make some shape. Right. And it's like 5 years later, and you still like, oh, they have the assets to make. And it's just like, okay, at what point are you like, he's tricking y'all? Pat Bev tricking y'all. And he just getting, like, honestly, just getting a salary just to keep acting like something's on the way that's not actually on the way. Thanks. And that's all I'm saying. It's just like, what is the end goal here exactly? Because I don't think the returns for the stuff have just been good enough. Like Luke Kennard, you get what they got 2 seconds for him?
I think they got one.
Just 1 second?
They got 2. I think they got. I think they may have. Yeah, they may have gotten 1 or 2. I know they got 1 for sure. I don't know if they got another one.
It was just 1, bro.
Oh, future. Okay.
Oh, well, I mean, okay, 1 year deal. Luke Kennard, a role player, 1 year deal. 1 pick, I guess, is. I would have liked 2, but Alvarado got 2. You know what I mean? Like,
true.
I feel like Luke is kind of on the same level as Alvarado, in my opinion. Obviously, I feel like you probably get more. Excuse me. With Alvarado going to the Knicks because it's the whole hometown thing and he's hyped up and stuff like that. But see, but that's the thing. Okay, so because Gabe Vincent don't matter. Like it was like what people were talking about with CJ last night and Corey. And I was like, I don't know why it took y'all 2 weeks of games to like show that return wasn't about the players. Like I don't know why. Well, but I guess I know why. Like, people don't watch the Pelicans and the Wizards, so they haven't seen CJ since Portland. So they were probably like, see what CJ can do. And I was like, CJ can score. He could put the ball in the bucket, but like really be like, I feel like at this point of his career, kind of like a lot of empty buckets, bro. Like, yeah, I've seen this man get like 40, darn near 50 with the Pelicans. And, they still one of the worst teams in the league last year. You know what I mean? So it was just like, I've seen it before. And that's all he's kind of doing right now with the Hawks. Like, his best game offensively when he had, 38 or whatever against
Minnesota.
They lost by 20. Right. Like, it was like, yeah, you got 40, you was hooping, you was cooking. Y'all lost by 20. Like, you whoop the dude. Like, you know what I mean? It's just so I mean, I say all this to say you can get rid of the players for flexibility and everything, but these returns got to be a little better, bro. Like, these returns have to be a little better because you can't just keep mailing it in. Like, Gabe Vincent, like we discussed this on the last pod. He's the worst player in the NBA. Lakers fans were begging JJ Redick to play Bronny James over Gabe Vincent. Like, and it wasn't an ironic joke thing. Play Bronny. It was like a legit. Bronny brings defense. He can make. He makes smart plays. He has great IQ. And sometimes he can knock down a jumper. That's what Lakers fans were saying over Gabe Vincent because Gabe Vincent couldn't do anything. Like, I don't know if homeboy want me to shout him out, so I'll just say a close friend of mine texted me the other night, and he said Gabe Vincent really still making it a career, an NBA career, off that one run he had with the Heat 5 years ago. Like, let it go. He's still living off of that one run he had with the Heat, bro. And it's like, is this really the return you want to get just because Luke is expiring? Is this really the return you want to get? Corey Kispert, like, that's the one that you begged for? because they wouldn't fold and give you one first-round pick for the best player that your franchise has had in 30 years. Like, that stuff is concerning to me, dog. And that's all I'm saying. Like, I feel like the Kuminga for Porzingis, that might have been the most best deal so far. But even Kuminga is a step down from Anthony Davis. Like, Porzingis, the return that people were talking about was Anthony Davis. It ended up being Kuminga. So, I mean, come on, bro. These returns got to be better. Like, it's okay to blow it up. I agree with the trades or whatever. If you feel like it was best for the team to move on from these players while they had their deals where they were, but the returns got to be better. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I generally forgot they traded Veet. They traded Veet for a guy that is out for the rest of the season, but they did it for the pick. They did it for the pick. So at this point, it just seems like, and this is why I'm not a GM. This is exactly why I'm not a GM. But it seems like Ansi is basically trading dudes when they're at their highest value, and he's just getting whatever he can for them, picks or expiring deals, and hoping that opens up space for the next season. Because Veet has had the best season of his career and gone. Luke started shooting the ball. Remember who he was after that players only meeting. Traded, gone. I mean, you took a gamble on Kristaps when you traded for him in the offseason. And I mean, you're basically taking a gamble on Kuminga. So that basically cancels out. And plus you get Buddy. So it's like I know I can see what he's doing. I can see exactly what he's doing. But like you said, you can't look 5 years to now and be saying the same thing you're saying now, because it's going to be outdated. Like, you're not going to have any proof of progression or anything. So at some point you're going to have to do what the Cavs did this offseason. I mean, not the offseason, at the deadline. You're going to have to swing big for somebody like James Harden, all-star, and you're going to have to go and get quality bench players like Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis. Like, you're going to have to do that. 1 year you're going to have to buy. You're going to have to buy in, and I get it. This season did not end out the way you wanted to. I'm sure if everybody was healthy and everything worked out the way it was, none of this would have happened. I'm pretty sure. But just the way the season was going, Ansi said, all right, let's just scrap it and let's just move on. Cool. Get rid of it now while you can. But this can't be a rinse and repeat. Like, they can't keep doing this every season, in my opinion. So that's why I'm very intrigued to see what they do this season, because after this season, because everybody's on a expiring deal, or you can cut somebody and it won't mean much on the cap sheet or whatever. So it's going to be a whole new team next season. Again, a whole new team. Nikhil basically came here to come off the bench. Nikhil is starting now. I don't know if he expected that, but that's just how this season is going. Dyson is the point guard. I don't think Dyson expected to do any of this. Dyson is the point guard now. Like, I don't know.
Dyson was on a team with Trae Young. Of course, he didn't expect to run point guard for the Atlanta Hawks. Exactly. Like Pat Bev said, they was the Trae Hawks, not the Atlanta Hawks.
Man, so yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, they apparently have the easiest schedule for the remainder of the season, but I'm not really too. I mean, they could have beat the Hornets. Both of these times, they could have beat the Hornets. They could have beat the Hornets yesterday, and they could have beat the Hornets on Saturday. And they didn't beat the Hornets. The Hornets had 2 guys suspended, and they still lost. So They got the Wizards back to back. When they come back, hopefully they can win up those two.
The Hornets low key own the Hawks. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
I was kind of in denial the last couple of seasons. I was like, okay, it was just like they just got the Hawks were sleeping on them, but they play too much. Like they in the same division, they just play too much.
Yeah.
Like at this point, it's like they really got the Hawks number, bro. It just is what it is. I brought up this trade, the most famous trade in recent. Well, no, because you had the Luka Doncic trade, but other than the Luka trade, this was the second most kind of famous trade in NBA history. The SGA for Paul George and all the other picks that ended up being like Chet Holmgren or whoever it was and stuff. When OKC did this, when when the best GM in the sport did what he did, bro. Every single time it's like, I'm putting it on the table, but you got to give me a first round pick. And that's the thing. It's like, honestly, you're not even getting first round picks for this stuff, bro. Like, you can get one first round pick for Trae Young, not one. Like, it ain't got to be 5 first round picks, this and that. But like, you can't tell me Desmond Bane and Mikal Bridges can get first round picks, but Trae Young can't get one, bro. Like, that's just insane to me. So yeah, like I said, and like I've been repeating the whole past 15 minutes.
We don't rock with you, Selena. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. the random Selena Gomez.
Letterman boys over here.
The who boys?
OVO Letterman boys.
I was like, yo, this is a crazy random dish. This man, Ben, he on stream promoting like some gambling or some scam thing, bro. Like he's showing like a cryptograph, and he pointing to his phone like this. I said, bro, you don't get that little whatever cam that is. He's showing it again. He's at Ben the Don. He's showing it.
Well, he live right now.
Yeah, he live right. He with Yana in the studio.
Okay, I did see them on Twitter.
Yeah, so I got it up on my TV. But yeah, to get back to this point, it's not even about like, well, you had to move on. The team was mid. You guys. It's like, okay, that's like the Hawks needed to do something, staying the same, keeping on too long. The same, all I'm saying. I got you traded, and you got 5 first from it. Oh, I'm cool. Oh yeah, it's cool. And honestly, we trust whatever they were saying on Twitter. I'm demon.
Honestly, demon. Oh shoot, is it just me? Listen, I don't know if it's just me, y'all, but it might just be me now. Hold on, let me check just in case. Dang, that's crazy. Rashad may have dipped out. Dang, I might be still here. Hold on. This would be very crazy if I was, though.
Yes.
If this is me, okay, we back. We back.
Yeah. I had to join hotspot. It just
okay.
My internet randomly went out.
I was like, is it just me? I was like, it is me.
No. It's back on right now. It's back on. Like it happened to me like last week or whatever, and Dan was on, and I watched the replay, and Dan was like, all right, everybody, make sure you like the stream. I was like, Dan, he a real one. You a real one.
Hey, Dan was holding it down.
Dan was, man, he knew the assignment, man. But yeah. Like I was saying, bro, I don't have a problem with you trading the players because the stuff ain't working and y'all mediocre. But you just got to get something back for it. Like the Thunder acquired SGA alongside Danilo Gallinari 4 future unprotected first-round picks, 1 protected future first-round pick, and the right to swap a future picks with the Clippers twice. Come on, bro. Just for PG. That was it. They got the MVP, Gallinari, who helped lead them to the playoffs at one time in the bubble with Chris Paul, 4 first-round picks, including the one this year where, Kawhi, I don't know, he turned into Michael Jordan, but it looked like for the longest that they was going to have a chance at the number 1 pick because the Clippers were losing. And, so to get an MVP and a potential another, come on, bro, like that's crazy in the same deal. But that's the type of you should demand that for a current star player. And so I don't know. That's it. That's the end of my little rampage.
Yeah, I'm gonna literally just say the same thing I said over again. I have nothing really of new substance to say. Like this is a team now. So, like I said, I'm very intrigued on to see what Ansi does this offseason. I don't know if this is I would say a pivotal offseason, but I think this offseason will go a long way into what the future of this team will actually look like. So there are going to be a lot of decisions to be made. It's obvious that this team needs a point guard, and it's obvious this team needs a center because the team has been getting out-rebounded all season. I think they were getting out-rebounded like 21-8 at one point last night against the Hornets, and it was embarrassing. And, they basically got out-rebounded. I think they got out-rebounded 49-30 on Saturday against the Hornets. Like, it's bad. Like, Jalen's the best rebounder on the team, and he's 6'9".
He one of the best in the league, though.
In the league, yeah, true, yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm just interested to see what happens, like at the end of the season.
I will say this though. I think if anything that we learned from the trade deadline and all of these kind of like various moves and stuff like that, one thing is for sure going to happen, and I think we all can agree with that. At the end of the season, he gone.
Yeah.
Because honestly, he don't hesitate to trade anybody. He ain't hesitate to trade Trae Young. Quinn Snyder is gone, bro.
Yeah,
he gone. Yeah. He out of there, dog.
Yeah.
So you got a coaching search. It's honestly, this could go really well for the Hawks, or it could go really bad. Like you think it's bad now, and then it get bad in the future, and then you like, where's the draft picks? Oh, we traded for DeJounte Murray 3 years. I'm just trying to tell folks what it is, man. That's it.
Dang, yeah, they don't have their pick next year, do they? That's next year, the last year, ain't it?
Yeah, I think next year might be the last year. That might be year number 3.
Bro, that's
so all I'm saying is it
hard, them boys. Oh my God.
Yeah, it could get really bad. It could get really ugly really fast. You got a coaching search. Your pick could be the 5th pick, or say you do get Caleb Wilson. He played the same position as Jalen Johnson and Asa Newell. So now you got 3 young players, the 3 most promising young players on the team. They all play the same position.
Ansi said that Jonathan and Jalen basically play the same position. So if he is to stay, then that's 4. That's another extra player at the 4. So
that's great.
I thought he was going to be behind Zach, but apparently it's Corey. So it's Jalen, then it's Kuminga, then it's Asa, and then I'm sure Caleb Wilson. Don't get the 3rd pick and have to get Boozer. And then you really don't know.
And Boozer is he's a great rebounder, but he's also like not 7 foot.
Right.
So you're still kind of stuck where you already are.
Hawks fans, Start learning Nate Ament. Start learning Nate Ament, y'all.
No. You know who they need to be, who need to go to the draft? That boy that don't pass. That boy that don't pass. That's who they. That boy a dog on it. Hey, look, he done went through a life-changing surgery. A car. He came back. It took him 2 minutes. He said, "Oh yeah, that's right. I don't pass." He said, "Wait a minute, I don't pass." That boy dribble, shoot. Hey, look, the Hawks too afraid to shoot the ball because Trae Young ain't there no more, and CJ throwing them up, but he missing. This a young, tall player that just shoot the ball. He don't care about nothing. He don't give a F about nothing, bro. This dude right here, this is the Hawks.
He said that he play like Shea and Kyrie. I said, bro, you gotta stop, bro.
His dad said that.
Yes, he was like, he said he's giving like Shea Kyrie mix, like the way he flows with the ball or something like that. I said, oh my god, bro.
That boy right there. Look what Rob said.
Tank for right. Oh.
Oh man. Hey, look, Cleveland fell off for half a season. Them jokers said, "Okay, bet we ain't playing no more." Like you said, they got Dennis, they got James, and they said, "Okay, and James and Donovan, y'all gonna be in charge and recruiting Brown." But they don't play. They don't play in Cleveland, man. The Hawks, they like, man. Well, the Pelicans kind of bad, you know. That's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, bro, if it ain't AJ, if it ain't Darren, bro, you in trouble, bro.
Facts.
You in trouble. Because it's like the best players are already at the position of your best player. And you just bought into him.
Yeah.
You draft a Caleb Wilson, you draft a Cameron, you're not drafting them to be a part of the team. You're not drafting on some Zachary Ricochet. You drafting them boys in a draft like this to be the face of the team.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know, bro. You don't even have a head coach because this coach gone because Anzi don't care. He trade everybody the second they get hot. Like, and you not doing hot. Like, you not playing your number one pick. You didn't call a timeout when you had a timeout in Charlotte. You got Onyeka shooting threes with the game on the line. And then you got CJ thinking he can shoot everything, bro. Like, you obviously missed Trae Young closing out games. Like, Trae had one game where it looked awkward closing out a game. That was the Knicks game at home because Jalen had it rolling. And he tried to get it. He tried to force it to Jalen and it ain't work. Other than that, Trae gonna take the shot, bro. You just gonna have to live with it.
No, for sure.
And he one of the best players to have to live with it. I know a lot of people ain't like it. They like, oh, Trae, get on my nerves. Other than that, look, you don't appreciate what you have until it's gone. And I knew what was there when it was there because I grew up on Antoine Walker and Al Harrington. See, the problem was the young Hawks fans, they ain't never had to struggle. Your first memories was Joe Johnson and Kyle Korver and Paul Millsap, and your first memories was the playoffs.
Thanks.
There was a time when I grew up, the Hawks never made the playoffs when I grew up. Like, the first time they was in the playoffs was 2008. They had a 10-year drought before that. So 2008, I'm 13. That means I was 3 years old the last time. So my entire childhood, they did not make the playoffs. So this generation of Hawks fans, they know nothing but the playoffs.
Right.
So it's easy to take someone like Trae Young for granted. I ain't taking him for granted because I knew the context. Anyways, we saying the same thing. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up Brad's tweet. Because we're going into the break. All-star events. Let me see if Brad's tweet pops up. Brad, where you at? Because Brad, he tweeted out the whole thing. It was like because I think Jalen doing the Legends contest.
Oh, the Shooting Stars.
Shooting Stars. Risha doing Rising Stars, and then Jalen doing the All-Star game. Oh, well, that's it. I don't even got to pull it up. You just named them all.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, does does Risha score 3 points in the Rising Stars game?
I don't even know what the format is for the Rising. Are you doing 3 teams again? Haven't they been doing 3 teams for the past 2-3 years now? I don't know.
I think they doing the G League team with them and stuff. There, bro, just go back to the regular stuff. Gosh, Lee, bro, like Adam Silver, like it's crazy. The All-Star weekend has gotten worse. Like,
yeah,
people are like, man, they got to do something to fix the team. So they did stuff to fix the games, and they just made it worse, bro. Like at this point, after Matt McClung, allow the pro dunkers to dunk in the dunk contest, because I'd rather see a pro dunker that I don't know than see Jace Richardson, who I don't know, who's in the NBA.
Bro, he only got like 3 dunks this season.
His dunks is gonna be trash. When I could have seen, you know what I'm saying, my boy Jordan Sutherland, Marietta, like I could see a random dude that you don't know. Like I'd rather see him do something between the legs and jump off 2 cars or what. Like I'd rather see that. I'd rather see some unknown dude give me an actual show. Like you could see a better dunk contest at the halftime of the Cleveland Cavaliers game, bro. Like I ain't trying to watch this, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That's what need to be fixed. Let people not in the NBA dunk in the dunk contest. You know, you let Matt McClung do it. Let the pro dunkers do it. Until stars want to do it. When stars want to do it, sit your tail down. Go back to YouTube. But until then, I'm not watching no Jace Richardson. If you're gonna have an unknown player in the league do it, at least let the dunks be like Matt McClung. No, that's the problem. They mid dunks, and I don't even know you, so I lost twice.
Hey, mid dunks, and I don't even know you.
What are we doing? So okay, I think Risha, I think he gets 3 points in the Rising Stars game. That's on par for what he scored this week. Okay, so then Saturday, the shooting challenge. I don't think Jalen Johnson team win. I don't even know who the legend is on this team. I don't think he wins. Okay, Sunday night. I think Jalen Johnson, I think he gets a dunk. I think he gets a couple of assists. And I think he might get another bucket in transition, like a double pump layup, something like that. I think he gets that. So that's 4 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, a block, and I think he gets 2 steals.
All right. It just made me remember. I just remember, like, I don't remember the last time I saw Jalen catch a lob. He don't catch lobs no more. The boy gone, man. Boy gone, bro. He don't catch lobs.
It's not the same anymore.
Hey,
it's not the same.
Zach, I'm gonna give Zach 7 points tomorrow. I'm gonna give Zach 7 points tomorrow. Saturday, I don't think Team Cameron wins. And then the All-Star game. Yeah, I think Jalen gets a dunk. I think somebody throws him a lob, and I think he has more rebounds than anything.
So you say about 6 rebounds?
I say like 6 rebounds, maybe like 5 points, 2 steals.
All right.
Win? I don't know. Their team isn't gonna win. I think the world is gonna win.
Is it 3 teams or just 2 teams?
It's 3. It's 2 USA teams and it's a world team.
It's like an OGs team, they said.
Basically, yeah. It's basically the Olympics team. and the young guys on the other team, and then World on the third team.
When Kevin Durant said you could read between the lines, and some people are like, "Yeah, the All-Star game's about to be no more." Like, what does that mean?
That quote was I know before he said read between the lines, I know he was talking about Jokic and Luka basically not caring about the All-Star game for the past 2-3 years, and how everybody talk about how nobody gives effort, but he's like, okay, y'all talking about us, but Luka and Jokic be slow walking, jogging up and down the court and don't be doing nothing. So y'all really need to check them instead of us, because we basically be caring, but they don't. So then he said read between the lines or whatever. I don't know what that meant, but that's where that whole, I know that's the entire quote.
Okay. All right. Just make the All-Star game what it used to be, bro. Like,
literally.
It's like a lot of stuff. I feel like I felt this way with Facebook a lot and social media apps. It's kind of like we work for someone who was an innovator and is an innovator, but it's like when you work with innovative people, it's like they think you got to constantly change stuff to remain relevant, and sometimes you don't have to change stuff, bro. I think we overcomplicate simple things and it just ruins stuff. So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on All-Star Weekend. You can go back to the regulars and stuff will work itself out. But since there's no games with the All-Star break, that's it. That is the predictions part of the show. Malik, anything else?
Nah. That is the state of the Hawks. First half of the season. Did not expect to be here.
Yeah, because man. This is bad. I ain't gonna lie, this bad. I mean, but like, if you get Peterson and Peterson like turns out to be all the good stuff of Peterson and not the bad stuff, then like I said, nobody remembers any of this. Like people gonna be like, I thought y'all was sweating this and Anzi and da. I said, nah, this is happening because they got lucky. They got lucky with the ping pong balls, but I don't know, man. We just got to see. We got to wait and see. It is what it is. Only time will tell. Like I said, maybe Kuminga can give you something. Maybe you can get one wish off the G League, and he can give you something. So we'll see. As always, man. This Malik Brown. I'm Rashad Milligan, Birds and Buckets. Follow Malik Brown _Malik ATL all platforms, and search on YouTube Malik Brown G or shoot or follow his YouTube. And yeah, we'll see y'all next week, right before the Hawks return back from break. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace.
And if they come out clean.